Listen, guys. In life, it's always wise to give honor to whom honor is due. Okay, and without missing words, without trying to sugarcoat things, without trying to be biased or trying to sound funny, I have to say that PSG is the greatest team on planet Earth right now. How else do you make your rating? Tell me. They have beaten the strongest out there you can mention. Like they really have. They have beaten Bayern Munich. They have beaten Real Madrid. The so-called, when you talk about giants and when you rate club, you really cannot rate Arsenal. But Arsenal fans rate Arsenal, so they still beat the Arsenal. They humiliated Arsenal. And look at these teams. They did not just beat this team; they humiliated them. They humiliated them. They are a very compact and strong team right now. They understand themselves. They move with force. They attack with force. They mark with force. They defend with their everything. You really have to give it to them. I don't want to sugarcoat things right now. But when you speak about Chelsea, there's one thing I want you to understand about Chelsea. You as a Chelsea fan, you as a rival fan, you as a witches and wizard fan that never wants to see Chelsea do well. That's what I want you to understand, alright? In occasions, or in several occasions where we have delivered on big occasions like this, we always came into those matches as underdogs. Mark this word, underdogs. We did. Were you there that night in Munich 2012? Were you born by then? I'm kidding. Were you there that night against Man City? Were you there? If you're being honest yourself, we went into these two finals as the underdogs. Bayern Munich undoubtedly were the biggest team on planet Earth then. They were in the best form of their lives. Back then, we are second in the world then. We knocked them out in the semi-final as underdogs. Alright? Man City then, you cannot... I don't think there's any debate about that. They were terrific that season. Like, they were basically the best team on planet Earth that time, that year. We beat them in the final. Now, one can argue that we do not have that crop of players or that quality of players. Listen, in 2021, when we last lifted the Champions League, we never had that. We never had that. You remember the class of players we had there, right? They were basically kids. Matter of fact, we even have more matured players right now than what we had then. It was more of kids from the academy. Messi Mount, Rhys James. The bumps we now sold to Arsenal after collecting the little talent in him, Kai Havertz. Like, it was basically kids. Pulisic them. Name them. Those were kids. What did it for us? What did it for us was what we call the Chelsea spirit. There is something about Chelsea club. Alright? It's not necessarily about the players we have. It's not necessarily about the manager we have. Look at 2012. Di Matteo. Di Matteo is someone that, no disrespect to him, but if woefully failed as a manager, football manager today, of course, he's not anywhere managing any football club right now. And he was sacked few months after lifting the Champions League. That's to tell you how terrible he was. The next club that signed him, he barely lasted the season. But we did it with Chelsea. So it was not about the manager. 2012, the drawback they were towards the end of their career. Frank Lampard, John Terry. That was why 3 years, 4 years down the line, many of them were resigning. Many of them were going to America and all that because we were like. So you can't say we had that elite team, that strong team. We never had. We always went into these finals as underdogs. So mostly, it's not necessarily about the players we had. It's not necessarily about the manager or whatever. It's about the Chelsea speed. There's something about Chelsea, this club. And that is why, if not for any other thing, that's what I'm confident that on Sunday I'm going there. Listen, I'm not trying to. I'm not try boost my morale myself. No, I don't like blowing my own trumpet myself. On Sunday, all of you I know we gather and watch Chelsea play PSG. Who be PSG now? Who be PSG? Madrid made it easy for them yesterday. That's the truth. Madrid made it. They have never had that against an English team. There's a way English teams play. This thing you're talking about, don't forget Aston Villa beat them. Arsenal have always been a disgrace. If they were a club with honor, or a club that knows what football actually is, they would have knocked out PSG. That's pretty. Okay, what are we talking about? Like, why are you guys actually hyping this Madrid defeat as if it's something huge? Arsenal beat Madrid. So for anything Arsenal is beating is pathetic. Arsenal beat Madrid in the same semi-final, in the same Champions League quarter-final. So there's nothing spectacular about this current Madrid squad. We have to be honest. Chelsea last night would have even done worse. I'm being honest now, bro. Their defense last night was terrible. They were just like baskets. Chelsea attack yesterday would have even done worse, unless you're not being honest yourself. So there's nothing that unique for anyone who is trying to give themselves some morale boost, trying to give themselves confidence at Chelsea. Bro, on Sunday, sit down and watch this match. I even heard that a certain sporty bet gave Chelsea 5 point something odd. I don't do football bet, and I will never, which I can never even advise anyone to do. But if I do football bet, bro, I don't mind betting a huge amount of money for it, and I'll win it. But I can't start now. Football bet is not something I can advise any young guy to, any human being to even get into bet. A lot of people are into them, are into it. It's their business. So if you want to bet, I can't even advise it. But I'm saying that if I were into sporty bet or into football betting or whatever, bro, I will bet Chelsea. Look at the kind of look at the insult they are giving us. 5 point something odd. I saw that on Twitter and I was just laughing. I was like, wow, I wish I'm into betting. I go carry on with huge money and I will chop palm. So relax. I'm confident in my. I'm have this, like, as I always say, I trust my players. As I keep saying that the only doubt I still have in that my squad right now is the manager, is the coach. But I trust that man. Oh, there's a way he does his thing. Last season, remember, towards the end of last season, no one believed that we were going to make the top 4. No one believed. Be honest to yourself. Whether you've been a Chelsea fan or you've been a rival fan, be honest with yourself. Did you see Chelsea making top 4 last season? But that defeat against Newcastle, there's always something when this man has. Watch him. Whenever he gets a defeat, watch his next few matches. He learns from it. And I'm happy. I'm happy about what happened last night. Do you know why? Yes, they dismantled Madrid. Is even enough to tell Chelsea, guys, be prepared. And bro, we are prepared. The PSG should be.